fire chief, this whole strong chief issue to come up, to realize that Toby should have been authorized to spend, $500 or $1,000 just for the little thing. So, I look at that's a very easy fix.
Absolutely.
And I'm wondering, wasn't that identified before? And couldn't you guys have decided that? I mean, without,
Well, Patrick, after the meeting the other night at the Park Street Fire Station that I wasn't able to attend, and I'll say it again, because of a fire call, I had found out about some wiper blades that weren't able to be bought or replaced. I found out about some other miscellaneous item that Toby felt he couldn't buy. So the very next day I went down to the fire station and I spoke with Toby and said, we need to do something about this. And he said, but I can't buy anything if I don't have the authority, if I don't have a second vote. And I said, well, then we need to give you a limit, a cap, a dollar figure, an amount that you can go and spend if somebody happens to be on vacation or they're not available, or a tire's blown on a vehicle, or an ambulance is taken out of service because the alternator's gone. So at the following meeting, that's what we did. And I made a recommendation to allow a levy of $2,500 to allow the chief to spend without having to call a meeting together, to keep the equipment running. And a lot of that is basically done under me anyways, because I'm the one that's fixing the equipment. So, I mean, that's just one thing. I mean, he might have something that's on a ambulance part that's for the defibrillator that he needs to get fixed. It might not have anything to do with a mechanical issue. So he has some leverage now to do some stuff. So we have already taken some steps forward.
Okay. Jonathan, again, try and keep this as brief as possible.
I've lost track of the question, so if you can...
just trying to address, who's in charge, and also touching upon, these minor things that came up the other night, which were, I was assured by, I think, all of you and others that these things aren't really issues that, if you needed wiper blades, someone's going to buy them. It's common sense, but it just seems like that it's pretty petty, and what I'm trying to get at is, it should have been identified before.
Right.
Granted, I'm glad we're moving forward. We're going the right direction, but if you just touch upon that.
Yeah, I mean, the purchasing issue is not the most compelling thing for me around Strong Chief anyway, so that wasn't a big deal. I mean, as far as who's in charge, there's a chain of command. So if you look at the chain of command of the fire department, Toby's in charge. He's the chief, second in command, captains, lieutenants, firefighters. So that's, I don't think that there's any question in that regard. As far as who's running the fire department fiscally, administratively, the day-to-day operations, it's Toby. He's in the office, he's running the day-to-day operations of the fire department. The rest of it it's the three of us. We, every month, twice a month we meet and we talk about what needs to happen, what's going on here. We've made some big purchases this year. We've done a lot of things, and all of those decisions were made by the Board of Engineers. The three people that sit on the board. So, as far as decision making goes, it's the three of us. Day-to-day operations, I'd say it's Toby.
Some of those issues that came up were the things that finalized my decision to proceed with this. The windshield wipers and pens and meetings and stuff. I think that's all very basic administrative stuff. I mean, those problems shouldn't exist. Those are the basic administrative things that should be in place, unquestionably. So those were the things that kind of prodded me along to make this decision. It wasn't an easy decision to make. I enjoy being a captain, and this was a big step for me. As far as who runs the department, you can say on a day-to-day basis that it is Toby, but maybe it's Toby on a day-to-day basis under the structure of the Board of Engineers. The Board of Engineers should have that all structured so that the day-to-day stuff that he is involved with is an easy process.
Further questions?
I think we should move this along for a vote, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, I just have one more question, and this is very, very quick one. Do you guys all have the respect, or feel you have the respect of your rank and file and the people who are supporting you, your department?
Yes.
do, I'd resign.
Yes.
I do. I'm very close with the Company One guys, and I have a fantastic relationship with the other two companies. Absolutely.
All right. Okay, let's move this on to a vote.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Do we have any further discussion?
Well, I think in terms of how we're going to proceed as a board, usually I like to get input from folks in attendance. I know there's a lot of firefighters here, but unless there's a compelling reason to speak, should we just move to a vote? And I hate to...
Yeah, I know, we have a very busy agenda tonight, so.
Well, sorry, but we okay with that, going to a vote?
Well, before we do that, I'd like to discuss something that, right now, due to the, what I've observed, I think a move that could be made by this board, and which I think would be prudent, is to possibly appoint all four of these gentlemen.
Yeah,
Because we've discussed, there's some division here, and there's a lot of talk about going to strong chief. We still don't know if it's the right move at this time. I'm not saying, definitely, right at this hour, it's not the right move. But in order to have a fair and balanced approach to evaluating that over the next 6 months, a year, whatever it takes, defer that to the board, I would support putting all four of them on.
Mr. Chairman, this is a discussion of the board. I support going to a 4, possibly a 5-member board. I would propose, I would support the nomination of the 4 candidates. I think they all bring unique qualifications to the Board of Engineers. I also believe that there is a divide, and I think that there's balance here. And although I will caution that we can only, if we're to go with a 4-member board, you can only vote today. So if something in terms of the dynamic and makeup of the board prevents it from working in such a way that would be conducive, then we could not fix that as a board until another year. So that's why I would entertain a 5-member board to allow for a case if the voting was 2-2. My proposal at this time would be, I would ask Town Administrator John Moak to be on the board. John, would you agree to that?
I'm here to make things work the best we can, and if that's what is necessary to do,
What's that time commitment for John if he's got to be on the board? Just to
We have
understand.
meetings first Monday of the month, 7 p.m. I'm not sure.
I don't think he would need to be. It's a safety valve. I don't think he needs to go to every meeting. But if you're going to go with the 4-member board, again, you could look at if it's a 2-2 vote, you would need someone to go in there to break up that so the department can move forward.
I understand that. I don't think John would be the right person if we went to 5. Part of my rationale for proposing 4 is so that, 1, there's no issues with getting a quorum for meetings. I mean, if one person's out, you can still get it. I'd prefer to have everyone there if we choose to go this route. Secondly, just to, there can be 2-2 votes. 1, that might not be a bad thing if it's a big issue. And secondly, if, one of the issues here is to force, force discussion, force, probably compromise to make the right decision for the department. If you can't get that 3rd vote, then it doesn't go forward. And again, and I would like to get a little feedback from that, from the 4 candidates afterwards, but I'm not for putting John on there. And I don't think we could, if we went to 5, we have one shot to do this, and we only have 4 people, so 5 this year does not, I don't think is